In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B ups on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're watching Sports Talk with B Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Only thing I ask that you do, hit that like button as you come in, if you don't mind. Appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Hey, got the fellas with me tonight. That's Greg Setter and JR Boxing. We getting ready to put on a good show for you all tonight. Only thing we ask that you do, participate in the comment section and hit that like button. Hit that like button, hit that like button as you come in. Breaking news, LeJohntay Webster. LeJohntay Webster, a former wide receiver of the Colorado football team, planning his first preseason game, took a punt return to the house. Touchdown. Touchdown, LeJohntay Webster. I just did a quick video over there. If you don't mind, when you get off this live, go check out the breaking news, that video that I just done. All right? But hey, we getting ready to talk about Shedeur Sanders. Is he built for this moment that he got coming up tomorrow? Is Shedeur Sanders really built for this? It's a good opportunity for him, and we gonna sit back and relax and see how this thing play out tomorrow. I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders is made for this moment. He gonna stand up in that paint. And also, I'm gonna ask the fellas: is the Cleveland Browns audition Shedeur to trade him, or is it a good idea for Shedeur to be traded? We're going to talk about it all tonight, and we're going to talk about Coach Brown and the Colorado football team tonight. All right? So at this time, let me bring up my dog, J.R. Boxing and Greg Sick.
Yo, B
J.R.
Watts.
Boxing,
What's
what's going
happening?
on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just try to catch some of the game before I hopped on the chat. But nah, what's
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
with you, man? What's happening with you, doctor?
Shoot, man, had a good day. Another good day. Another good day, man. Just been like I'm an Uber driver to take my old lady to work. Pick up every day. That's my job now.
That's the
that's,
retired life, man.
that's my
Oh
job.
man.
He said, I got to do it for long, but I said, okay, I'm just want to see how long this gonna play out. But how was your day, bro?
Oh man, it was good, man. It's been rainy over here all day, man. So it was a good time to just sit in the house and read books with the kid and talk to my wife, and then she go run errands because that's just what women like to do. They just want to go run errands when it's pouring down rain. And I said, well, go do what you just do what you want to
That's
do.
right.
Just be
Hey, you
safe,
sure
right?
right about that, man. That's exactly what they
But
do, big dog. That is right, man. All right, man. I see LeJohntay just hit breaking news. Got his first punt return for TD. What you think? Give me your thoughts on that.
man, I overly excited, man, because that's what the Baltimore Ravens brought him there for.
Right.
They brought him there for special teams and way to make an impact on your second punt return, you take it 80 something yards back to the crib. If that don't supplant you on the 53-man roster, I don't know what else. I think LeJohn could check that box. All right, I'm good.
Yeah,
Long as he don't do nothing else to hurt himself, and you did enough. You took one back in the preseason game, hey, you good, dog. I think he good for the 53-man roster. So, hey, congratulations to 8-3, man. LeJohn, keep doing your thing,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. I agree with you, big dog. He can't hurt himself now. There ain't no way he can hurt himself. They
Ain't
don't
no
play
way.
three preseason games.
That's
The first,
it.
the first punter of the game, you took it out. What else you got to say?
What
Man, he said,
else?
Coach, can I take off my uniform now? Can I take out everything? Let other people play so they can be seen.
Yep. And
So, hey, man, that's a good thing. I'm happy for the guy because at first, when you look at these depth charts that they don't put out, I know it's premature.
yeah.
Man, you bust. They were way down on that depth chart, bro.
Yeah, I mean that goes in line with kind of your draft position, right? Because look, the guys that's in front of you, they gonna get the opportunity to make the most mistakes. So if they draft a receiver in the third round or the second round, like the team values that person based off of money and expectation of where they can see that person, a projection of where they can see that person going. But play on the field is play on the field. And
Right,
so, typically with any NFL roster, you're talking about when it comes to the receiver position, they looking at about 7 to 8 receivers, just depending on how they run their offensive scheme and things like that. But a lot of guys will contribute on special teams, and LeJohn is one of those guys. But he sold up that special team spot with their return. So now is getting the reps in the preseason game at slot receiver, and you can easily see him go from seventh on the depth chart to fifth to fourth on the depth chart, in no time.
yeah, you're right. That was another opportunity. He took advantage of his opportunity.
Yes,
And
sir.
tomorrow night, I think that what Shedeur must do tomorrow, take advantage of his opportunity. And the question is he built for this moment? You think he built for this moment? It's a different environment. He's not at Jackson State. He's not at Colorado. He's in the NFL right now. And he's been given a task to lead his team as the only quarterback they're gonna play. I don't think the person that they signed it, the quarterback gonna play that much. To do it, gonna have the spotlight to himself.
Yeah, look, there's no better opportunity than the one that's placed in front of you. That's what my parents told me growing up. My mom and my dad. There's no better opportunity than the one right in front of you. So you got to take advantage of what's in front of you. So no matter the odds, you're a professional now, and what we expect from professionals is your absolute best. So go out there and take advantage of that moment, and I believe he gonna do it. I believe he's gonna do it. I mean, look, how bad could your offensive line play be than the offensive line play of 2023 at Colorado? Like, how bad
Exactly.
could it be, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you
Exactly.
you ain't got to worry about that fear factor. But
I
we
know
know
that's right.
we know he'll take a hit. He just stood in the paint and took a hit, and we like, oh, dog, get out of there. He just stood in the paint. He didn't took a hit. He don't have to be a hero. All you need to do is play within yourself. And if you make a few splash plays here and there, then do that. But he gonna do his thing, man. I'm not worried about him doing his thing. He gonna
Yeah,
be all right.
yeah. I think he could use it as still trying to make progress and change their minds about him as a quarterback, or he could put on an audition for other teams that you know, may need a quarterback. It can work out good for me either way. It ain't necessary that got to be on Cleveland, you know. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? All he want to do is an opportunity where he could be a quarterback. I'm sure that's his lifetime dream that he want to do. And all you need is one team that believe in you that can change your whole career. And me personally, I believe this dude gonna show out tomorrow. He built for this. He
Yeah.
want this, man. I mean, everybody's saying they sabotage him. I get it. I understand why people saying that. But to me, when I look at the whole totality of it and be honest with myself, I got to say, hey, he's a fifth round draft pick. You can't get around it. The
Yeah.
team gonna do what they supposed to do if they was in charge of that draft to go by their draft board. It's up to Kenny Pickett to fail. It's
Mm-hmm.
up to Dylan Gabriel to fail when he gets a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And if they fail and it should do it, next man up, he go out there and perform. Maybe they say, hey, he's it.
Yeah. I look at it, you know, from a different perspective. I'm also like you. I understand where if you're a supporter of Shedeur, man, this is a setup, dog. He ain't get a chance to work with no first team. He ain't did that. He ain't, you know, blah, blah, blah. Carolina playing they first team people, yada, yada, yada. Cool. Shedeur been taking a lot of reps with the second team and the third team. That's probably them the guys that's gonna be out there. Cause per Kevin Stefanski, we probably not gonna play a lot of the first team, you know, spot people here or there, maybe some people challenging for first team reps or to be the first on the depth chart. They'll probably play some of those guys. But other than that, look, you ain't got to worry about sharing no reps with nobody. You get to go
Right,
through a whole game, essentially. You get to go through a whole warm-up process. You ain't got to worry about coming in off the bench cold or nothing like that. You starting off the rip.
right,
So your normal process of how you go through and how you get your rhythm of warming up and all of that stuff, then you heading straight to the game. That's what you're accustomed to. You're not accustomed to warming up, getting ready, and then you sitting on the bench to maybe the third quarter to get in the game to get a few snaps before they trying to look at somebody else. So to me, it's right in front of you. Go take it.
right.
Go take it, 12. That's what
Yeah.
he gonna do. That's what I feel as though he gonna do. Go
Hmm.
take it. So I think I think he in a good position. Would I want
Yeah.
it to be better? Absolutely. But opportunities like this don't always happen because in preseason games, you often see three quarterbacks play.
Right.
Tomorrow night, you're gonna primarily get to see one quarterback play,
Right.
and that's a blessing within itself.
It is. It is. I
Yep.
like the opportunity that he get, man. So let's say when nobody helped, wasn't nobody hurt. Excuse me. Everybody was healthy. The possibility of Shedeur playing in that game would have been slim to none.
Mm-hmm.
Slim to none. I don't wish no injury on nobody so they can play. But if I feel like Dylan Gabriel, because we don't see them, the when they put out the depth chart where Shedeur was at, man, they were gonna roll out Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel. Shedeur might have would have played in that fourth quarter. It wouldn't even be no guarantee. But
Yep.
now that his opportunity done came, he got to deliver, dog. This what he thrive on stuff like this. To me, he thrive. He, they just don't know this dude thrive on stuff like this. So, Greg, what's your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders being named the starting quarterback for the first preseason game?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: if it is a setup, it's the dumbest setup I ever seen. I mean, I've never seen a fourth round quarterback get a start. It's a lot of nevers. Fourth round, not fourth round, fourth string quarterback. Like you said, they don't even usually get to play. The third were lucky to play. So
Yeah,
and for it to happen on the first game, not the third, and they used to play the fourth games. The first game, you get the start is unheard of, and to start, not only start, but get the chance to finish. It's unheard of to get the chance to be basically the only guy out there, and all the other guys got to sit and watch you play. You get your own game to yourself. That don't happen to anybody, except when the season start. So for him to be, I don't know, man. It's a good story. It's either a good strip or some super duper something else, because for him to be a guy who can barely get reps and all of that, to he get the whole game to himself on the first game of the preseason. I mean, it's perfect. It better be it better be a script. It better be a movie we watching, because it they the one person they want to get all the attention, that he be the one to get the start out of all the people. He get the start after they know all these people been watching and complaining. It's almost like too good to be true. But at the same time, like y'all said, if anybody would thrive in this situation, it would be him. I mean, you don't help them back. He don't got the the fire up on them. He got the people behind him. I see TCU 2023. It feels like that to me. TCU 2023. He coming from Jackson State. Can he do it? Is he just daddy's ball? And he 5 touchdowns. And he's like, oh, he came on the scene blazing. I wouldn't be surprised if he come on the scene blazing. You give him a whole game, he throw 4, 5 touchdowns. I wouldn't, because you also got to think about, and like I told people, I did a video recently. You talking about a guy who's a first round talent, no matter how you put it. You can play the games if you want, and you're gonna have him out there. You're gonna take all the first team and the second team people off the field, and you're gonna leave him out there. It is the equivalent of letting the starting starting quarterback go against the people about to get cut. The people, that's why he's tearing them up on the practice squad. So you're gonna see that in the game. I say either he gonna help some people on his team make the team, or he gonna help expedite some people getting cut on another team. Because you put a starting quarterback out there with guys who really not on his level, but you acting like he on their level, and he gonna torture.
Yep, I agree. I did a bit of showing that too, Greg. Said the same thing. That's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to let your first team defense go out there, first 2 drives, and then you're going to put your bag up out there against a quarterback that got first round talent. He's going to slice and dice them up. Like JR said, I ain't worried about the offensive line. Go look at the Colorado offensive line. It can't be no worse. So he know how to maneuver around that opposition that's in his face. But still, though, he get an opportunity. Now, it's been reported by a all-pro Cleveland Brown offensive tackle. They had him on 92.3. And then Colin Cowherd had him on his show today. And he said that his first 2 weeks of camp, they were asking him how things was going out there. His name is Joe Thomas, the All-Pro Hall of Fame Tiger. He said he didn't know. So they had him back today to ask him because he's been out there because they don't have open practice. And he went in there and talked to the management and people who's in charge of everything. And he asked him about Shedeur. And he said on the radio station and the TV station said, man, they think the hell of Shedeur.
Well, I mean, that's good. That's good to
And he
hear. That
said,
should.
for what he looked at it, I'm doing a show on it tomorrow morning. I'm dropping. I already done taped it. And he said, this is the exact word what he said. He said, Kevin Sebastian don't think highly of Shedeur. And he said, when he was out there that first week, at all the practice, and he was looking at the quarterback, this is an all-pro offensive tackle for the Cleveland Browns. And he said, Shedeur looked better than any quarterback out there. And the people on the inside of the building are thinking the same thing. I'm just going by what he said. I said, wow. So we'll have to see. And they said, and he said Dylan Gabriel just looked bad. He looked, that's exactly what he said. Dylan Gabriel looked bad. And they're going to give him the opportunity to prove himself. Or, you know what comes next?
They're going to make that cut. That's
So
what's going to come next.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's a different narrative out there about the situation because people don't know. They ain't close to the situation. But he said he went up in the building and just talked to it. I guess he talked to Kevin Sebastian, the general manager. He know him and he had access to the building. He went in there and talked to him, asked him about the quarterback situation. He was out there observing. He see things how it's going, but he said Shedeur to him, look the best quarterback of all.
Well, hey, look, if you can't trust the words of all pro, then who can you trust when it comes to that? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that profession. So
and he was out there doing he went out there in Carolina, he looked at,
Yeah. So Look, as storied as a career that Joe Thomas has, I gotta take the man for his word. I mean, we've seen it. Those that have followed Shedeur since, if you want to go as far back as Truth Academy, all the way up to there. But really, for those who have followed Shador for meaningful football games from Jackson State all the way through Colorado, we've seen it, man. We've seen the professionalism. We've seen the ability to operate an offense efficiently. We've seen the
Yeah,
ability to make outstanding and monumental heroic like plays on a football field. We've seen that. So when I hear the Tony Grossies or the Mary Kays and I see the descriptive words that they use to, I'm like, where is that coming from?
right.
But they're the eyes and ears to us that can't see the day to day. So you read it and you try to read in between the lines or you try to compare it to what somebody else says. But man, my mama told me this, man. Shout out to my mama. She said, your eyes don't lie to you, baby. They
No.
don't. They right there in front of you. Now you may interpret something in your mind, but she said, your eyes don't lie to you. Trust your eyes. So look, man, I've seen enough football from Shador to trust my eyes to know when I see those clips and I see the ball being driven downfield in 7-on-7s, and I see him making the right reads in 11-on-11s, and then you see the Cleveland Brown tracker and it's Shador 9 for 9, 7 for 10, 9 for 13. When you see those things, but you hear conflicting reports, it's like, hold on, dog. Like, what are we doing out here? I don't know the narrative they trying to paint, Greg, but it's crazy out here in these streets. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know. It's weird because of the stuff that's put out there. It's like on one end they putting out their energy that's like they don't really give Shador a lot of compliments. It's almost like they got to pull teeth. It's like they always trying to elevate everybody else up. Like Shador doing good. Well, everybody did good. Everybody always doing good when Shador doing good. But we looking at the quarterback tracker. We're looking at the numbers. So we know that's not the case. And it's like, it's one or two things going on. Either they trying to pull Shador down, which would be dumb, especially performing, or they trying to soften the blow on the other people. It's like, like sometimes the smart kid to make the not smart kids feel good, you got to elevate the not smart kids because they already inferior to the smart ones. So it's like I'm gonna put a lot of energy in that person because they need it. Like, we don't need to give it to Shador because we don't want to make it look like we favor him. We don't want to make it look like daddy. We ain't with the young. So we're gonna give him a hard time because we know he gonna be all right. But we're gonna make it look like we're not showing favoritism. It could be that, but it's a weird way of doing it. It's a weird way of setting this whole situation up to take him in the 5th round. It's a weird way of not letting him get the reps and say, oh, we protected him or we hiding him. But because they're saying even at the practice, he's not getting reps with the team. But sometimes you hear you do, sometimes you don't. But then you would say, well, maybe they not giving reps with the team because he about to play him. Maybe it makes sense for him not to get a whole bunch of reps because he's gonna be the only one playing, and they're gonna get too much of a look at him. He's gonna be the only one playing. He ain't playing just a few downs or a few series or whatever. So maybe they let him rest. You can try to look at 100 different ways, but at the end of the day, it's gonna all end tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna know what's really good because we've been hearing about these people going to camp and say he's way past everybody. He's blowing them way away. And then when they get out there, like, yeah, we had a good day. But the people who's there have been saying, they say the players have been saying, but they're trying to. It's almost like Coach Prime covered up his situation. Is they trying to cover something up? It don't make sense, but something's off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Greg. That makes sense. I mean, tomorrow you can't cover DG up after tomorrow, you know, until they put him out and let him play. And another thing Thomas said is that, yeah, Dylan Gabriel looked good. I think they asked him about the ESPN stat. He said, yeah, I see the chart, you know, but you got to remember, DG completing passes 7-on-7 drill, and ain't no rush. I said, dog. Yeah.
Look,
You don't know where you see
said,
the stats, but you don't know where they come from.
Hey, he said Shedeur complete pass. They were coming after him, boy. He said DG was there throwing in on drills. Y'all chart him off them drills. But when that rush there, it's a different ball game. He can't see.
Knock that ball down.
Yeah. So it is what it is. You know, tomorrow gonna tell the story. Shedeur get his opportunity, and
let's be wise. Let's be real. Come on, let's be real. Shedeur has been groomed by the same person who trained the number one quarterback out the draft. Matter of fact, he's been training with him longer. He trains with him more often. And you see the repetition, you see the routine he carry out. He's out there on the field early. He's doing the same crap he's been doing for years. Before games, if you go to the games, I remember when I went to the Celebration Bowl, they were almost late coming out the tunnel. We was in that last game at Jackson State. They was almost late out the tunnel because Shedeur kept all them receivers on the field. And they was doing extra work before the game. I guess because they kind of got out there late and he didn't get to do his routine. I think they got there a little late to the game. But I'm saying, like, if you really pay attention, he's very methodical and routine.
Let me ask you a question. Who was he with first, Shedeur or Cam Ward?
Shedeur was the first one.
Shedeur first.
Shedeur was his first client because he played with Bucky. See, this guy played with Bucky at SMU.
Yeah, that's Bucky.
I remember that.
That Bucky teammate, yeah.
Yeah, but he's a couple years behind Bucky, but they played together. So, Shedeur was really like one of his first big guys. He the one put him on the map. Because, Well-Off took off around that time. And you see, he was working up under another guy. And he branched off into his own. Shedeur was really his first client, especially at the college level. And then I don't know how he got with Ward, but it was like I started seeing Ward come around probably right before they came to Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he was in his second year at Washington State. So he had already went to Washington State. And he started working with the Daryl. So it's like you see a guy who Daryl, he go with him like a chef. Now he got his fitness, his personal trainer go with them too. So now he getting both. But I'm saying, like, he wasn't doing that originally until right before the draft. So you look at the type of training he's had consistently, day in and day out. He can be on the beach, he training. He at Vegas, he training. They go find a field. How in the world do you put that amount of time into your craft, if you want to call it that? How do you put so much time into that and not be good? How do you not have an advantage that people are saying is there, but these people are going to be dumb to think we're going to believe that he's below some guys who didn't put in the same level of work over the same period of time. You can't. It's the hours that he put in outside of being on the football field with high level training. Clearly, it's high level. Ward is there too. So it's like it's unbelievable what people want you to believe, because that doesn't add up. If you put that kind of work into your whatever you do, you're going to be better than other people,
right?
Even if they consider themselves more talented.
Yep. What they call it, the 10,000 hour rule. 10,000 hours for you to master something. He put them 10,000 hours in, man.
He about at 40.
Over, huh?
Yeah, he don't put that work in for it, man. So that's why
he can play quarterback in his sleep. So for somebody to say he don't know how to read, he don't play. Look at how they train. You look at other quarterbacks coaches and look at how he trained. He trained him for those scenarios. He trained him for people coming across the back of his head and stepping up in the pocket. He can do
Right.
that mess blindfold. He's like John Claude Van Damme on Bloodsport. When they blindfold him, it's second nature to him. So that's why he was able to perform in a Colorado, because the line was raggedy, but it was certain things that he did that allowed him to be able to escape stuff he wasn't supposed to be able to escape. Was he overconfident at times, but it worked. So he didn't know when it's going to work and not work. But he escaped more than we see the sacks. But he had escaped a lot of sacks that he should have had.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. I mean, you're right on that. So I didn't know he was the first one that guy had with him, but that's good to know. I learned something.
That's they company together.
Okay.
Like Daryl is the coach, but that's their company together. Shedeur, Daryl, Bucky, that's their company together, man.
So now I didn't know that part, but it would make sense that because Well-Off put them on the map. Well-Off, Bucky put him with Shedeur. See, when you get with Shedeur in the peak of when Jackson State was taking off, Daryl came on the scene. He benefited from that publicity. Daryl got a lot of players in college right now. When you look at the video he did with Cam Ward, he got the Alabama quarterback. I think the Miami quarterback. He still got the quarterback of Virginia Tech. A lot of people don't know. His roster has blew up since Shedeur came on. He got
exponentially.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to be every year. You're going to see players that he trained going to be going in the NFL.
Yep, got a 5-star recruit on their way to Alabama. So he.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got a roster now. They didn't put some stuff together.
I think Shedeur and the guys went to the NFL.
He trained other college guys too.
Cam Ward was in one of Cam Ward videos. He had a couple guys from the Titans, and they had the helmets on, but they had a boy from the quarterback from Alabama. He said he's gonna be the quarterback this year. The quarterback from Miami. I think I know he was working with the boy from SMU last year, right when they was in the playoff towards the end of the season. So he got quarterbacks. It's gonna mess around to be a point where he's gonna have quarterbacks at pretty much most of the top schools gonna be his client.
Wow.
Because of what he's doing with Shedeur and Cam Ward.
Man, that's amazing. That's good, man. I didn't know that. I thought he had stopped, bro.
Yeah.
That's good then. All right. Let's move on to the next topic. Will the Cleveland Browns trade Shedeur? JR?
I mean, look, that's the question everybody want to know. If I'm speaking for the organization as though like I got a say in that room as a leader or a ownership stake or a general manager, no, you don't trade them. Absolutely not. You don't trade them. If what Joe Thomas relayed to the media is fact that he got it from coaching staff and other personnel within the Browns organization, then you don't trade them. You got a value pick in the 5th round. You got a guy that you're supposed to have been guaranteed $40 million in the 1st round. You got him in the 5th round for pennies on the dollar. So you don't trade that. You keep that. You nurture that. You coach that. You develop around that. But the proof has to be on the field. So, like you said, B. Watts, tomorrow is vital important that he goes out and he performs as though he's accustomed to performing. Because the Cleveland Browns organization, they starving for a winner when it comes to the QB situation. Remember, 4 years ago, they signed Deshaun Watson to $230 million guaranteed because they wanted a winner. Regardless of all his shortcomings off the field, they wanted a winner, so they gave him that guaranteed money. They reset the market because they want a winner. So if you got one in Shedeur, you don't trade that. You don't trade that, Greg.
I don't know why you would trade it anyway, because you got a dead program, not just in record, but also in morale. You've been such a loser for so long that you really not benefiting from your fan base, you don't kill. Just like Colorado, it's the same as Colorado. When they went to Colorado, they were thirsty to win because Colorado used to win, spotty on and off, but mainly back in the 90s. Their fan base wanted to win. They stopped going to the games, but you see they came back because they wanted. Cleveland is really a football town. They're football. They like the football team. They just don't win. So if you get a winning football team, it's going to be, they're so thirsty for it, like how the Lions, when they started back winning. The fan base was thirsty for the Lions to win. And it really opened up that city because let me tell you something. I don't know what it is about sports. I mean, it impacts people, whether it should or not. And it's something about positivity. When your sports teams is winning, it's a positivity in a unity component that goes around your city. It just impacts your city. So Cleveland can benefit from some positivity that's surrounded by that can rule out the negativity that they've had so long around that team. And it is what it is. But I think at the end of the day, Shedeur is built for that situation because he done it twice.
Right.
Into the Jackson State, who was down on their luck, and then we also seen that in Colorado. So I don't know why Cleveland wouldn't want to, because I think we talked about last week that Cleveland had a fairly decent defense. They wasn't getting, I thought, they were losing, but it's the offense that's the problem. Their defense was pretty solid.
Yep. They lost 5 games by 3 points.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, if they do get somebody who can score at least 3 touchdowns a game, it's going to open up their record because their defense has been, on the most part, holding teams to 21 and less.
Right.
Shedeur, we know on average, looking at his, everybody want to talk about, these little special people come show up. Well, what about Nebraska? Well, what about BYU? Or maybe they'll say Kansas. But what does his average say? How many yards do he put up a year? How many touchdowns he put up a year? What is his percentage of his completion a year? If every game was like Nebraska last year, then why is he consistently putting up in the upper 3,000 and 4,000 yards since he's been in college? Why is he consistently putting in the upper 30s to 40s in touchdowns? You don't do that unless you only got so many games. You got to be scoring 3 to 4 touchdowns consistently a game. What does the Cleveland Browns need? 3 to 4 touchdowns consistently a game. I don't expect nothing short of that tomorrow. 3 to 4 touchdowns minimum. That's what I expect because that's his track record.
Right.
Even at practice, that's his track record.
Right. I get with you. I can get with you on that. But JR, let's say Shedeur do go out, do what Greg just said, and what we expect him to do. Will that change the minds of the coaching staff and the GM or whoever in charge of to come out publicly and say Shedeur will move up on the depth chart?
I don't think it changed their mind, B. Watts, but that's just me. I'm a see it first. The Lord say, walk by faith, not by sight. Well, when it comes to Cleveland Browns, I got to see it on sight, dog. I mean, that ain't my team, so I can't go. I can't go by faith, dog. That ain't my team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That ain't my team, so I got to see it, dog. I got to see it. So I'm a faithful servant to the Lord, but for the Cleveland Browns, dog, I got to see it, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Stefanski got to come to the podium, dog, and he got to say, hey, man, look, we looking real good. I think we're in a good spot. I think Shedeur has solidified himself. I got to hear it, dog. I got to see it. Because if not...
Hey, check this out, JR. But JR, when you notice whenever he do a press conference, they ask him about Shedeur, and he said, yeah, then he'll move to all of them looking good. They never asked the question.
The players do too. They got everybody doing that because I seen that with the defensive line.
Man, but when they ask about other players, oh, they just go in on other players. But when they ask him about Shedeur, they don't never say his name. They say they all
They must
doing
be
good.
inferior, intimidated. It must be a
I don't,
inferiority.
I don't know what it is,
You
man.
can't say nothing about
I
me
don't know.
without hurt somebody else feeling. But I ain't
Yeah,
gonna talk about you.
that's
I,
weird, man.
I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that, in your QB room, you really don't have nobody. So you can't lose your QB room because you ain't got nobody. Like you don't know who your starter is. Like when you hear the coach from Tennessee talk about Cam Ward, they talking about him because they know he is the franchise. He's starting for them. They know that. And Cleveland don't know. So Kevin Stefanski getting out there shooting from the hip, man. He making it up as he go when he's sitting up there with his words, man. Cause he don't know who gonna start. So we want Shedeur to start, but it ain't up to us.
Well, this is what's
So
gonna happen. It's like, hey, we gave him the whole game. What can y'all say? Because we know, unless them others are still injured, if they're injured, they're gonna have to come back and play next week. And it's only 3 games. In the third game, you getting ready for who gonna start. So
yeah,
Right.
this is really, they don't flip it backwards. This is really the only game where he will really get the most of his time because it can't be the third game if he's not the starter. And we know the
yep,
other 2 people, or 3, want to play next week. So he
yep.
might get little time. So he really can blow a hole in their plans prematurely because,
So, Greg, you really think they gonna play? And they got to pull a hamstring?
well, they're gonna play next week. But the danger with that is when you come back from any soft tissue injury too soon, you gonna either pull it again or you gonna hurt something else by favoring it. It hurt something else could be like when I pulled my groin and tried to come back too quick. I favored it and got my fibula fractured because I had my leg kickstand out making a tackle, and somebody put their knee right into my shin perfectly. How that happened? But it was
Hmm.
because my leg wouldn't even been out there to get hit if I wasn't favoring my groin, and I tried to come back prematurely. So groins, hamstrings, quads, any soft tissue injury, if you try to come back too soon, you're gonna strain, and if you strain it again, you increase the likelihood to keep straining. So it's like,
Yeah,
you finna have that problem all year. So you might as well chill out. But they not gonna let themselves miss all the preseason games.
yeah. I mean, for Kenny Pickett, B. Watts, his NFL career on the line. So for me, he really got to be out there next week. For
But I
for
think he the
DG,
one. But I really think he the one that really got a hamstring. I don't think DG got one.
yeah. Look,
It don't seem like it's like all of a sudden he had one.
All of a sudden,
yeah.
oh yeah, I'm up next. Oh, coach, my leg hurt.
But who say that he did it? They might have set him down. Just like we thought they told Shedeur to sit down. Everybody
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
they could have set him down. Yeah, they could have set him down. Hey man, you
Hey,
need
they
a little
probably,
bit more
Hey,
development.
Greg,
Don't sit
they
down
probably say,
somewhere.
hey, man, we watching these films and them passes you throwing out there, we got to protect you, big dog. What you
Yep.
need to do is make like your hamstring and let you do it. Look like he more ready than you.
or
Yeah, I mean, it could
or
be.
or your best bet is to hope that Shedeur go out there and bomb so you can take the
Yeah,
pressure off of Gabriel
yeah,
because it could have been the opposite. Because what happened when Shedeur was out there? Gabriel went like 3 for 14, and then all of a sudden his hamstring was messed up.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
The next day
Yeah, like, oh,
or two
you know what
days
I'm saying?
later, yeah,
It could
two
have been
days later.
easily the other way around. This could have been Gabriel game, and he would have. They're like,
Yeah,
no, if anybody gonna embarrass themselves, we got to bank on Shedeur doing it because he the 5th rounder. If Gabriel went out there and embarrassed himself the way he did at practice, they was through. The Shedeur be default the 3rd quarterback, default.
Oh, absolutely.
So
oh
they
yeah,
Like
said
you
we ain't
yeah.
said,
gonna give him it to him. We gonna make him earn it. So he got to go earn it.
Right. They
The
asked him in
danger
that
in
press
making him
conference.
earn it is like he can blow the whole thing up.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah. They asked him in that press conference, "Did you get an MRI?" He said, "What MRI?" They
Yeah.
just throw Tony Grossman, Mary Kate, they throw out any kind of stuff, man. They don't care. They just
Uh-huh.
throw it out there.
Boy, Shador said, "What MRI? Don't put that on
What
me."
MRI? Come on, man. What
Yeah.
MRI, man? What you talking about, bro?
Because basically trying to say your injury wasn't that serious.
Hmm.
You would have went and got an MRI to check and see. So you really didn't have no serious injury. So they trying to throw shots, but that's Coach Prime's son. He know
He
how to
ready?
take his stuff back. Like, did you see me play in college? That's some
Yep.
cool time crap there.
Yep. That's it. You right. All right, guys. That's enough for Shedeur. That hit this Colorado for the last uh 10 minutes. 10, let's see, 20, 15 minutes. When I look at well-off media, man, it's some interesting things that I see and some things that I'm questioning, especially them running back running through my holes like that. I just didn't. I seen that last year. No, I just don't want to see that this year in practice. In practice, oh, we got some good running back out here. Yeah, but what about that defense? What's going on with the defense though? Yeah, down the hay running up and down the field, track hawk running up and down the field. Uh,
Hey, you say that especially before Georgia Tech, huh?
yeah, man.
Hey, I'm
I
gonna tell
said,
you,
this what Georgia Tech be doing.
hey, I seen the Georgia Tech play scared the mess out of me when Salt, they did the little jet sweep motion and Salt I think it was running back or somebody went across like a jet sweep and Salter then walked through the hole. He like he glided for 40 yards. I said, oh Lord.
I did a video on it.
I said, that looked just like King.
He wasn't even running hard.
I hope that ain't the first team.
He wasn't even running hard.
He was so wide open. He looked like that play that boy did North Dakota State last year. North Dakota State quarterback that walked to the end zone. Oh Lord!
I said, man, K. Tom just run, man. He was there looking around and said, "Where they at? Yep. Where they at?"
They wasn't even nowhere near.
Nobody was around them.
Hey, I saw one running back that running down that did the Saquon Barkley. He just jumped over.
That's the new running back.
Yeah, that's the one
he
from
jumped over
Coastal
Lil Coy.
Carolina.
I thought we gonna have a top-notch defense.
Now that was Lil Cole. He jumped over Lil Cole head.
I don't care who it was. He jumped over.
But that's the problem when you don't let them boys tackle. No, that's the problem.
Oh,
they come up and thud each other. They ain't tackling. So then you win the game. You hit the mess out of somebody, but you don't wrap him up. I thought he supposed to went down. He got timeout like JR. Timeout like JR.
Cole making a business decision, dog.
JR, before you go, listen, JR. But my brother, my cousin said, boy, y'all got a mean running game. Everybody get touchdown. Coach Prime just came from Castle. He out there running. I said, what y'all tell you what? Did he hear me there? He said, man, what on linebacker you were telling me about? What Reginald Hughes at B.Y.?
But that was the second team.
I told you, B.Y.
That was the second team defense.
Hey, Grant, I ain't trying to hear that, Grant. I ain't trying to hear it, dog. Them running backs feel like a 4x1 track team, bro. Everybody getting busy.
Hey, them linemen clear them holes. You can drive a tractor trailer through.
Yeah, man.
They ain't moving, man.
They clear them holes.
Hey, man, Coach Prime said, I see yourself running that thing. I said, yeah, I see it too, but I see your linebacker too, big dog.
He had to talk to Reginald Hughes today. He was telling Coach Brown was telling Reginald Hughes something.
Hey, man. Hey, check this out. Over there on Twitter, you know, they had that drone going over and videoing the play. Mm-hmm. They posted up on Twitter. Boy, what they do that for?
Boy, take it down.
Man, they went in on that play, man. They said, dog, this linebacker went this way. That linebacker went that way. And boy, you open up the blue seat, man. Yep. Hey, what's called off? Damn, I forgot the show. He told him, he texted me, he told him, man, y'all take that video down. Man, take that video down. They take it down too.
Hey, you know Jordan Tech like this. Hey, you know Jordan Tech like this here. This.
Exactly.
Yep. We gotta play for that.
Loud appreciate that $1.99, Loud. He talking about I agree for the touchdown.
We gonna run that.
Georgia Tech ain't gonna do it like that, Loud. Georgia Tech ain't gonna do it like that.
What up, Law?
Yeah, man. But give me your take, JR, D. Greg. What y'all think so far?
What, for the defense or just for the team in general?
Anything you gonna solve well.
Look, I done already told you how I feel about the defense. But man, Uncle Steve was talking about it Tuesday. I said, Uncle Steve said the linebackers. I said, well, I ain't gonna pick the same group. because I'm concerned about the defensive line. Because God dog it, if the running back's getting active like that, that means somebody ain't playing their alignment and their assignment correctly on their D line. Somebody being selfish on their D line. Everybody want to rush the quarterback, but dog, in order to rush the quarterback, you got to stop the run.
You ain't got no block
So
bully up in that middle now. I'm telling you.
you know what I'm saying. So that was my thing, because I feel as though the thing that beat us the most last year with the linebackers, running backs getting on the outside, that's not going to be a problem because them linebackers can run this year. Now it's going to be up the middle. Now we got some big bodies up there: Barnes, Otis, Coleman, Carter. The list go on and on. Who
But on
is
that
going to be
time,
the anchor?
hold on. On that play, I understand what you're saying, JR. They double teamed Barnes and got him out the way, right? When they slow mode, and that left McNeil 1-on-1 with Jordan C. And you already know how that was going in. That's how that
Eh,
whole game over. Go ahead, JR.
that's what I said. Who gonna be the anchor? Somebody got to be that stump, that tree stump, that unmovable force in the middle. They got to figure that out.
It's only one block bully.
I don't know, Greg.
It's
I
only one
don't know.
block bully. You better go get one of them Picos, one of them sons, and cause Pico that was his kind of thing, with a big wide bottom. Just go and just get wide and clog it up. But I think at the end of the day, I don't trust Well-Off. Well-Off is real sneaky these days. Well-Off putting this stuff out there. So y'all let Well-Off. They know what they doing. He ain't been doing this too long. He ain't putting clips out there showing he trying to mislead somebody. He ain't putting this stuff out there by mistake. So you can pick how often is that happening. You put it in these little short 10-minute edited clips. How many plays do it look like you say the offense is winning? Well, it could be the opposite. That's what he putting out there. That's why they be mad at him. So
that's true.
You have to see. So
Buster
out there in practice. So he could be.
That D line been getting killed. Just like little Bucky said, that D line been getting killed. Well, I ain't gonna tell them, man. They can be pushed around. Maybe that's not the rotation they gonna use against Georgia Tech, but still.
No, because and that's not true because in the beginning, the defensive line was the one looking like the bullies.
That when they first started off, but now
I'm saying, so it's good that the offensive line come around because that's what y'all been talking about the most. The offensive line got to do this, and
I understand that, but dog, we should be. Time you see a running back, just run.
Yeah, but defensive line was handling them when they first was out there, and we were like, "Darn, defensive line way ahead." So it's good to see the back and forth. And that's just one couple plays. That don't mean that's happening all practice.
Well, when you see different running back doing running, is happening all practice. They were getting 2 runs.
Yeah, but these running backs not getting wrapped up. They ain't wrapping these running backs up.
And shit, they ain't nowhere near them.
That's what I want to see. I want to see them wrap these running backs up. I want to see them. They don't go to the ground. Well, wrap them up, doggone it. Because this thudding and stuff, that's how we lost to Kansas. That's how we lost the Kansas State and Kansas. Because you were here.
Check this out, then.
Don't take them down.
Well, check this out. What Georgia Tech bring to the table that Colorado gonna have to face the most?
It's very similar to the North Dakota State game last year. Same style thing. The quarterback can run. You ain't really got no real crazy pass threats, but the quarterback can run, and they got good scheme with the run plays, and you got to be disciplined. Very similar. They don't have a dynamic big playmakers like you would typically think, but they run that scheme well, and you got to be disciplined or they'll dice you behind.
Yeah, what I've seen from Georgia Tech is they're an East and West type team. The person that get North and South the most is the quarterback. That's why he was banged up last year. He shoulder, leg. But when he pull it, he ain't pulling it to beat you on the outside. He pulling it.
Right up.
He gonna try to run it straight down.
So that's why the linebackers gotta be disciplined.
Yeah, because that's how all the linemen pulling and everything like that. So it's confusion. So he fake it in the running back belly, pull it, lineman pull it, linebackers out of position. Then he just running straight. He not an East and West type quarterback. He a north and
No.
south quarterback. He gonna get downhill.
Right.
But we'll see if they're able to just contain the running back. We can't be getting beat east and west, and then the quarterback sneaking in north and south. That can't happen.
Yeah, that
If
running
that
back,
happened, that's a loss.
he really
So,
good, but he just can't stay unhurt. He really
yeah,
good, but he missing every other game.
that
But
number
when he on
11,
the field,
yeah,
the problem.
because he not a big dude. He not a big body. He ain't a 3-down back. He more like a 3rd-down back, but they play him first, second, and third. But he more like a 3rd-down back.
But that's a good combination with that running back, Eric Rivers and Jamal Hayes, boy. That's a good combination.
I ain't worried about Eric Rivers because they quarterback ain't like that. He not gonna dissect you down the field.
He
Only
been
way he
practicing.
gonna
You
get
see his
you.
little workout videos where he throwing the ball all stiff.
Only way he gonna get you. You know how what's his name beat us from Kansas State last year. The easiest ball to throw for a quarterback that can't throw accurate is the deep ball. You just got to put it out there and let the receiver run to it.
Right.
That's the easiest ball to throw because you don't have to be really accurate for that. Just don't overthrow it. Just put it out there and let him run. That's how Avery Johnson beat us on that play. Because the play before that, DJ McKinney had great coverage on the receiver Brown. All they did was move that play to the other side and
Baylor
ran
did
it on
the
Preston
same
Hodge.
Baylor did the
Same
same thing. When Baylor got desperate, they threw it up on Hodge too. They just throw the ball straight up in the air. But that's what Baylor did. That's how they stayed in the game. But these DBs, this year different.
Yeah, they're a little bit different.
You ain't gonna throw the ball up. Now, unless you got a Amarion Miller or something who he gonna be up on him, he gonna catch with one arm like this while you right there on him and just catch it like that.
Yep. So I'm not worried about Haynes King throwing it all over the field. That's not his MO. He not that type of quarterback. But if he pulling it and he running for 20 yards, like he run for chunks. He don't run for 5-10 yards, BY. He run, it's 20 yards plus when he getting down the field.
Yeah.
We can't allow that to happen, dog.
Yeah, they can't just get us. They gotta catch him in the backfield.
Yeah.
I
know I seen that video today. I will off. Michael ran through that hole. Man, I don't know who number 13 is or number 40. They met him in the middle of that hole. They put that thing on him, boy.
Them boys hitting out there.
Hey, who that number 13, number 40 for Colorado?
That's John Slaughter. And number 40 is that's the linebacker that transferred from
that's Salter brother, ain't it?
Now who is number 40? Salter 41. That's a white guy.
Number 40, the last linebacker they brought in. I forget his name.
Boy, he ran up in that thing. He popped. Boy, he hit Michael so hard, man.
That was the one that was the big size linebacker, right?
He stopped him right in his track.
Yeah, he was that big linebacker that they bought in that came from another school, from Utah.
Yeah.
One of them schools.
Nah, he came from like Northeastern something. He came from a smaller division school. But he was another guy that had, over 80-something tackles or something like that. He was a tackling machine.
Oh, he was?
But it was just but it was just at a lower level.
I didn't play that, but that number 40 ain't no joke, boy. Michael thought he was finna get some little yard, boy. He stopped him dead in his track.
It's a big boy. He was a big linebacker. He big like the one we lost. He's a big linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he hit. He ain't scared to hit. I like him. I like that right there.
We'll have to find a good Mike linebacker.
Yeah, that's gonna be the key. Who's gonna be the Mike?
Yeah, they say he came from North Alabama. That's where it was. North
Alabama. That's him. Yeah.
Okay.
But they say the Mike might be what's his name? A-Man from Memphis, Tennessee. What's his name? His name leaving me right now. From Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Can't get right.
Yeah. They say that's who might be the Mike.
Oh, okay.
So who knows?
If that boy hit like that, he just getting that. You see what I'm saying? He went down in the spring and in the summer.
Well, he hit
like that.
He stopped Michael in his track.
Smoked him out.
He smoked him out, right?
And they ain't been talking about Slaughter and the secretary. I remember Slaughter coming over here in Tennessee because I remember
You know, so that who flawed is number 13.
Good.
Number 13, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I keep trying to tell y'all about my boy. That Tion Park.
Man, look.
That boy ain't no joke, boy.
You and Lil Bucket with Tion Parks, man. That
Hey.
Lil Bucket, you and Lil Bucket months ago. Tion Parks, man. Man, look, he making some play. I give him that. He makes some play, but RJ Johnson ain't making it easy for him. Yeah, RJ Johnson making the plays too. Though.
I think they don't move him off 13. They got Tion Parks out there now.
I think it's either or. They like one or two. But
Coach
Tion Parks look like he
put
might
a
beat him
bench out
out.
there. When the third string come off, I want the first string on the bench to get ready. And number 3 be on their bench with number 8.
They interchange. They swap them out. Practice, though.
I don't see RJ out there. But Tion Parks coming now. He coming.
Look,
you better have.
Somebody else been looking good. That dude that came back from cancer.
Oh, Makari Vickers.
No, they had cancer.
You talking about Webb Walker.
Yeah, Webb Walker.
He been looking good. And Wiggins, he looking good.
Wiggins
and
is the one that been looking
Stoudemire, and your boy Stoudemire. Yeah.
Look, BY, why you so hard on Carter, man? Why, BY?
Film don't lie, bro. Film don't lie.
Why you so hard on Carter, man?
Hey, Faith I used to live in the pine. That was at the streets. But did you go?
That's a real man.
Appreciate it for the $5 super chat. I don't know what the message was. But tell them, Lil Bucket, they better get ready. Lil Bucket, they better recognize. They better
Bucket in the chat. Talk about Tion the GOAT. Get out of here, Bucket. Somebody to go.
I'm with you, Bucket. I'm with you.
Quincy Wiggins look good, man. You see how he blew whoever number 78 was. He blew them up, put them on their backside.
Oh, yeah, man. He went online. He was tough. Yeah, boy. Yeah. I can't figure that out. I can't wait.
So, but yeah, the only thing I worry about in the back end is football. Football, you can practice, you can rep something 100 times. Greg, you rep it 100 times, and then you still go out there and something go wrong. Who is the voice when something goes wrong to get it back on track? Because everybody good when everything is good. Nobody got nothing to say when everything is good. But when it go bad, that's when you should have been, you got to come. Who listening to who on the back end? Because that person on the back end last year, it was Cameron Simmons Craig. It didn't matter who was back there. If Cam said, hey, you need to be, that person got where Cam said they needed to be. And we don't have that on the back end yet.
They ain't been that long though.
I mean, you made it, just ain't seen it.
Yeah, probably ain't seen it.
I think Byard is that guy. I mean, he looked like he that guy. I think Hodge, I think he,
You'll be able to tell August 29th. Yeah, you gonna be able to tell. They ain't showing it on video. But when the game comes, that you gonna see it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Stoudemire.
The one that's gonna be, I hope, man. I'm on Stoudemire. It's
gonna be Stoudemire. I think it's gonna be Byard, or I think if it's a corner, well, it have to be a safety more than likely.
Yeah, it's gotta be a safety. Stoudemire who got experience back there, who been there, who knows the system.
I think it's Byard. I think he'll be the, but I don't know from a linebacker who's gonna be that guy. Who's gonna be the vocal one in the linebacker core.
Oh, it's JB.
Yeah, but is he gonna be out there?
Nah,
he been one with number 1.
I think
he did last year too, didn't he?
Yeah, I think JB gonna be on that special teams, dog. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
JB was out there with your boy, right? Who he was out there with last year? Your boy.
I've been saying I'm talking about what I've been seeing so far.
I'm talking about, JB was out there with your boy 43, right? North Dakota State, when they let that touchdown happen.
Yeah.
Cut it out, Greg. Leave it alone, man. Leave Trevor Woods alone, dog.
I ain't said the name. You said the name.
Why you bring him up?
I tried to forget the name. You don't brought it back.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to say about that safety position, man. I really don't like the play of Stoudemire in the safety.
Shane
I said,
Myers. That's 40 name, B Watt. Shane Myers. There you go right there. That's number
okay.
40.
What's
Appreciate
my
that, Willie.
oh,
I don't like Stoudemire that safety position. I just don't. I really don't. I'd rather than play somebody that let Stoudemire go to the special team or something like that. That's why I was. That's me. He just big. He ain't making no play back there, bro. Unless a player just run straight at him, he ain't making no play.
We'll see, man.
Nah, we
Ish.
don't sing. We don't sing it. We don't sing it for 2 years. Somebody will see. It's not. We don't sing it.
We'll see,
I like
man.
that dude. Y'all said Slaughter.
Yeah, Slaughter. Yeah,
I
he
like that
moving
number
around.
22. That little slim guy.
Branch, he just too young, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I know.
can't put him. You got to have my. If you put Branch out there, Branch got to be out there with a 4-year senior, because his eyes gonna be this big. But
Brent's gonna
his
look good.
reaction's good.
Hey, the
He
way he
know how
played
to,
that spring
you
game,
know,
that boy.
Well,
yeah.
put him on a gunner on the punt team.
Yep,
Let him
that's
go
probably
be a
where he gonna
gunner.
be at. Gun on the punt team. Go
Yeah,
down there, make some tackles. But
kickoff
he gotta
team,
get his body right. That's all that
kickoff
is.
team, punt team.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't know, Brant, shit. Yeah, that one of Coach Brown boy from Florida.
I'm from Florida, man. Branch gonna be there next year. Branch gonna look like a whole different person.
Yeah, when they
He
get
gonna
that
be
weight
put on.
on. But
Yep, probably put on
you,
15, 20 pounds. Easy.
I give him 2 years.
You
yeah,
think too?
Yeah, because he's so small. I mean,
yeah, he's small, but he ain't scared to
he'll
pop
put
though,
on
boy.
about 10 pounds a year. Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
Yeah, that's
Travis
usually
Hunter.
about normal. Yeah,
Look
that's
at
usually about
Travis
normal.
Hunter. He put on a trickle that weight on, man. He was small like that his freshman year.
right,
Their
Yeah,
frame ain't built like that.
yeah,
right, right. But boys, wide receivers, they looking good, man. They catching the ball. That's one thing. You throw it to them, they'll catch it.
they catching
I,
it.
Isaiah Hard looking good. It look like he
Yep.
might be the number one.
JoJo back to doing JoJo things, so he was quiet
Yeah,
for a few days.
That's why Georgia Tech gonna be in trouble because
yeah.
Georgia Tech not gonna face too many dynamic offenses like
So
Colorado.
Still Brown putting
Colorado,
that thing on.
Sincere Brown doing his thing. He doing
I
his
haven't
thing.
seen Timmons, man.
they gonna have too much firepower
Stop,
for
B.
Georgia.
I haven't seen Timmons.
Greg, you hear him? Stop, man. Don't do it,
Greg,
man.
no,
I
Greg,
ain't doing it.
Greg.
Timmy gonna
I
be on
ain't
the other
doing it.
side from Branch. He gonna be
I
gunning.
ain't doing it with him, Greg.
Where is
I ain't
Timmons?
doing
Where
it with him, dog.
anybody in the chat? Have y'all seen Terrell
I
Timmons?
ain't doing it
I
with him, man.
haven't seen him last 3 days. Off
Shout out
well.
to TT,
I
man. Shout
blame
out
well
to
off.
TT.
I blame well off. But I'm
Shout out to
saying
TT,
you're gonna
man.
have Branch on one side and you're gonna have Timmons on the other side gunning. Bona fide punt team.
Hey,
Bona
put
fide.
Stoudemire out there with him, man. Let him
I'm
go
not
too.
gonna be. He
Hey,
gonna be.
chill loud.
I'm not gonna be back down the backfield, making the call. He gonna be back there.
Y'all gotta chill out. Y'all gotta chill.
Oh boy. Somebody
Y'all
say he
gotta
hurt.
chill.
They said Tim hurt. I know Cam Michael hurt.
Y'all gotta chill, man. I saw TT today, man. I saw
Where
him.
you seeing that?
He was there. Coach Phillips came and said, "Bring the energy." And TT didn't even really look up at him, bro. He just kept stretching. I saw him. And he ain't have on no yellow jersey either. He was there. So look,
Hey,
I can only imagine the emotions that's going through your mind because you like, dog, man, this supposed to be my year. Now, if people just outperforming you, they outperforming you. Because it's one thing if somebody just getting more opportunity than you, then that kind of sucks. Because you like, man, what the heck can I do? That's like Shedeur. I can go out here and go 9 for 9. And if y'all just going to give somebody else the opportunity, then you just going to give them the opportunity.
you
But
just like Greg said it, we was Tim was show in shape, boy. He first and he the first, he the he the he the first player out there running, boy. He come in first all the time. Greg said, wait till
mhm.
pass, come on, let's see what he got.
He gonna be on. I know he's gonna be on the
I ain't
special.
saying what you
He
be.
looking like
You
a
watch,
real
you ain't
special
right,
team.
dog.
Hey, that bad boy running them exercise.
Hey, I've been saying he looked like he was special team ready, like in the NFL, like how Shiloh looking down there.
Oh,
I ain't
boy, he
fooling with
getting ready to
y'all,
be the
man.
gunner, boy.
Yeah, he be a good gunner.
That position needed on the field as well. And
You
God
know what I'm
dog
saying?
it,
That's gonna be
you
he gonna be like your boy Smoke, Cavassier Smoke. So they're gonna convince him. You're gonna make it on special
No.
teams.
See, Greg, you see?
Go to the top.
You see? Greg, you ain't right. You ain't right.
They convince
You and
him.
D
They
Watts
convince him.
ain't
You're
right.
gonna make the NFL with by special team.
Every
You
time
ain't
JR, hey
Greg.
Greg, every time JR put his mouth on a player, but they go down for some reason, boy. Y'all better
No,
not let
that
JR forget.
ain't
Every time he put
right.
his
I'm
name,
not. I ain't doing
every
that. I
time
ain't doing
JR
it.
put his name on
I
a
ain't
player,
doing it.
boy, they even go to the transfer portal or they go to the gun.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Cause look, B Watch, you ain't right, and Greg, you ain't right for going along with him.
Uh,
I ain't
So,
going for it.
so you blame him for Auguste, or that was you?
that
You
was
know
him.
that was
No,
B
that was
Watch.
So both of
JR.
y'all.
JR
B
kept saying,
B Watch
he
posted
gonna be
that
a
message.
1,000-yard rusher. I said, man, he gonna be the first one to hit that transfer
So you
portal.
did that. You was that one. Well, it's your fault. B
That's
Yeah,
Watts
B.
did that.
JR.
B Watch sent the email talking about the NIL
Hey,
information to him.
yeah,
That's
hey,
why,
B
yeah.
Watts the one gave him the fake
Gave the
scholarship,
fake,
and then he got on there.
yeah.
He's like, "Where my money at?" He was like,
I
B
got the
Watts wanted
money
him out
for
that
you,
bad, so he was
man.
right.
Oh
I'm the
boy.
Right.
I'm the donor. I'm the donor to Virginia. I got your money, man. Just get there. That's B
Hey,
Watts.
B
He
Watts
knew what
versus
he
that.
was doing.
Hey, B Watts versus them dudes they call Shedeur on draft day. B Watts in the same category. He's setting people up.
Oh, y'all crazy, man. Hey, let me get y'all last take, man. We out of here, man. We don't went over time.
Nah, man. Like it's always a pleasure, man. Chopping it
Yeah,
up with you, B
let me
Watts,
give y'all
man.
last one. Last one right here. Let me give you last one
All
and
right.
see what y'all think. How y'all feel about the Georgia Tech game, the outcome on the game? Georgia Tech and Colorado. Give me your outtake on the game.
Like I said, I think it's gonna be closer than a lot of fans will want. A lot of us that support CU, I think it's gonna be closer than what we want. That's typically how it is with opponents that are evenly matched, right? You look at the history of Georgia Tech, and Greg, you probably know this the best out of anybody. You look at the history of Georgia Tech, especially over the last, what, let's say 10 years, they program look about the same as CU. They got a lot of down years, but they trending up. They went 7-6 last year. So, but they're high on their coaching staff, on the head coach and the coaching staff that he's bringing in, and they're getting better recruits to come in to Georgia Tech. Because you got to think, Georgia Tech down there SEC country. So all the players that they usually would want, they ain't going to Georgia Tech. They going to Georgia, Alabama, LSU. So Georgia Tech usually getting the last pick of the litter, the little runts of the litter, and they got to kind of build them up. But it's gonna be closer than we expect. But I see CU winning it just because the trajectory of both teams are going in the same direction.
Well, I don't think Georgia Tech get the runs, and this is why Georgia Tech is just it's kind of like CU, like you say, because they have vigorous academic qualifications. So that's why a lot of the guys who could go to Georgia can't get into Georgia Tech because they like how Coach Prime was, how CU was before Coach Prime. You had to have you jump together with your grades and stuff. They just when they
Mhm.
win, like the typical school, and because they're known for the academics. So that's the case. I know I was recruited by them, and I don't even know if I had the doggone SAT really. But the thing that Georgia Tech gonna run into is Georgia Tech. The only way they really gonna go tit for tat with Colorado is if the defense don't hold up. It'll be similar like what we've seen before because Georgia Tech can score. If the defense holds up, Georgia Tech not gonna keep up with Colorado's scoring ability. Colorado's scoring ability is what makes them favor over Georgia Tech. They just got too many weapons at the receiver, and they just a better team far as just offensively. The only way they stay in the game is if CU's defense doing that crap you was talking about, going all running all around, giving up easy touchdowns, not tackling, stuff like that, missed assignments. That's the only way Georgia Tech hang around, and that's a possibility because it's the first game. It's a possibility because we don't really know it's a new team, but that's
Mhm.
their best bet.
Okay, that's a good take. I can get down with it. All right, last word, and we out of here. Oh yeah,
That's
Greg.
it.
Man, I forgot the hot dog. Greg, tell them about your the new sponsor that we got on the show. About the man, I forgot the fly.
Well, I mean, basically, I don't know you're gonna do this today, but when y'all heard the conversation with Coach Prime, it was pretty interesting when he did one of the first clips he put out was about, you know, he wasn't really emotionally prepared to put that will out there. And I was surprised. I thought Coach Prime, being that he always talk about finances, that he was just not doing that. I thought he already had that kind of stuff taken care of. So it's one of the things we're gonna be rolling out when it's called estate planning. We talk about wills and trusts, and the difference between a will and a trust. A lot of people say I got a will, but they don't know about the trust. Most people think about, what's that movie, Babs or somebody. When you think about trust, you think about some rich people and they get there and they read and they determine how the money is divvied up. That's typically a trust. So we're just trying to educate people and make it affordable. And with my company, Reliant Senior Solutions, and we're gonna talk more about it. But if you go to ReliantSeniorSolutions.com / estate, we'll have more information for it. We'll be watch have this flyer maybe next time.
I got my
He's
bad.
looking for it now.
My bad, B dog.
But yeah,
You know,
a trust is definitely better. I mean, a will is a good thing to have too, because you want to have people in place to take care of what needs to be taken care of. So that's what the will is for. But the trust, when it comes down to the financial aspect of things, definitely a trust is needed because the city or the state can't come in and take a trust from you.
Right.
So you want your finances in order. I know all too well. I didn't have to sign a will or two or do a trust or two for unspeakable deployments for unspeakable lengths. But it's definitely important to have, and that's something that sets your family up for financial success when you're no longer physically on this
like they
earth.
say,
So,
the wills do get caught in probate. A lot of people say I got a will, but
yep,
they can get caught in probate. And you also think about a component of a power of attorney. A lot of people don't think about that until somebody's in the hospital. They're like, you have a power of attorney. So,
hmm
that will, that trust, and the probate, power of attorney go hand in hand. So we got a nice little bundles, affordable, and also payment plans on it. So, typically when you think about a trust, people paying anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000. We got all of it bundled down to less than $3,000. So, and it's not expensive to make it's a living trust, so you're able to edit it and make your updates to it without paying those retainers. So, yeah, you got more information right there on the flyer. B. Watt said it.
Yeah. So if you're interested in having a estate planning service to do your business for you, call the number that you see on the screen. I have more information next Thursday. I forgot all about it really till I hit it with Greg. That's 770-273-9673. All right.
And wills, and
That's
also your trust is big for your real estate. So a lot of people
yep,
understand the real estate investment. You have your real estate. Definitely want to. You have an LC. You definitely want to have a trust for your real estate. So those are some key
absolutely.
things for your business moves out there.
yeah. So if you're interested in that, or if you want more information from myself, JR, and Greg said it, there it is right there on the flyer. Contact that number. Uh, the person that you'll talk to will give you more information about it. Once again, right here on Sports Talk. We'll be what? Until next Thursday night. Y'all have a blessed night, and thank you for watching Sports Talk. Will be Watts and Greg said it. All right, that's JR Boxing and Greg said it. Greg, you want to let them know about your next show?
Yeah, we're gonna be on time this Sunday, y'all. We're gonna be on time. two
No, he
o'clock.
not.
2
No, he not.
o'clock, man. I might just come on. I might just hold the button right to 2 o'clock and just go boom. 2 o'clock. live. You know, we're gonna have a game on what tomorrow. So you know, if I don't do nothing in between, we definitely gonna be recapping the week. So y'all be there. Greg said it live.
All right. Y'all heard it. Greg said it live. Me and JR will be back Sunday, and I'll be doing a live show. If anybody want to join tomorrow after game, that's when I'll go live for about 30 minutes, talk about Shedeur Sanders and his performance on tomorrow night. Until next time, y'all be blessed and appreciate JR and Greg said. Appreciate it,
Peace
fellas. Y'all
out.
have a good night.
All
All
right.
right.